gamers, it's me, Lucas G from the G-Bros Gaming channel. And today we start our Kerbal Space Program adventure in the Vehicle Assembly Building, looking at a very nice craft. You've seen it before on this channel, the Advantage Space Shuttle. Today we're going to be making some improvements to the SRBs and also just the aesthetics of the orbiter itself. So first thing we're going to do is place this monopropellant tank. Just because, you know, it's a good tank to have, and it also gives us a chance to keep our center of mass nice and far forward. We're also going to get rid of these boring old kickbacks. Now here I'm going to just take the offset tool and recess these canards into the nose of the ship. This is just because it's just so that it looks a lot more like the NASA shuttle, which didn't actually have those canards, but I still wanted to have the ability to keep my nose lifted. So yeah, it's sort of cheating, but I mean, it's fine. So we're going to get rid of our Nerva rocket engines, the nuclear engines, which are old OMS, and I'm going to switch them out for some nice Terriers. Now, if you're wondering why the part editor is broken, it's because Kerbal Space Program Enhanced Edition just got an update, and it kind of broke some of the parts. I'm hoping they fix it in later updates, which will come soon, but I'm just not sure. So we're just going to move these RCS blocks. They're custom RCS blocks. And I'm just going to drain the extra liquid fuel from the wings of the ship. Now, you're going to lock up that cargo bay. And I'm also going to show you now. Oh, messed that one up. Take two. So, you also read the title of the video, hopefully, and saw the that I'm going to show you how to construct a Heavy SRB, that a Clydesdale scaled SRB without having to have the more boosters update. So what we're going to do is take a girder section and just attach 4 of these kickback SRBs. But this looks a bit messy, and this is, you know, I'm not a huge fan of the messy look. So here's where it comes into play. You have to have making history to get these parts, but we're going to take the structural tube and attach it to this girder section, and we're going to make it the long variant and stretch it out by about 5 sections, so that we can have a nice tall SRB that's larger than our old one, than the old single kickback booster. So I'm just gonna make it about 6 sections, just trim off a section, and then we can get the big nose cones. Now you do have to have making history for this to have these tubes, but I mean, you probably have making history if you're watching my video, or you don't. I don't know, but yeah. So now, to make it a single booster, we're going to take these structural tubes and use it to encase the entire SRB assembly. This is going to help it look more like a single booster. Now we're going to take one of these nose cones. We're going to take one of these 3.75 meter diameter nose cones, attach it to the bottom. Now, if you're replicating this yourself, you're going to want to offset the actual SRBs so that the nozzles are extending just past the nose cone aft skirt that we just built. That way, it doesn't like melt it and cause some parts to explode. Which, I mean, it's always nice to have things explode in our video, but it's not really good. And of course, we're just going to strut this thing together because it wobbles and shakes itself to death if we do not strut it together. And make sure you do these struts inside the booster are super important, because if you do not place these struts, much like lots of things that are attached without struts, it will begin to oscillate and just shake your craft to bits. So just make sure that you strut the inside of it. And now we can just reroute to the docking port and save this as a sub-assembly to use in different rockets. Like, say we wanted to make the rockets from the Constellation program, we can build these, but mainly we can use these to make better scaled space shuttles, which is always something nice to see. So now we're going to save this and open the modified version of the Advantage shuttle. in just a second. Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. But we've got our Advantage space shuttle. And now we're going to grab the radial decouplers, the large ones, these ones, attach them to the sides. We're going to want to attach them like this. That way, the Separatrons get placed in the right direction when we're having them separate away from the wings, because that helps having a little bit of extra kick from Separatron kick to push it away from the orbiter wings, especially with the new power provided by these SRBs. Much like the actual NASA space shuttle, the old Advantage, it rode on the top of the orbital was slung over the top of the external tank. This one is going to ride on the external tank's back, per se. And it's going to pitch backward, and it's going to pitch upwards instead of pitching down. Now here you're going to want to place another girder section onto the decoupler and just have it clipped into the booster, just so that it can actually, be attached to the thing, because that will help. So now we're just going to offset these so they look nice, and we're pretty much good. You can actually make these look a bit better by offsetting them down a bit, because the actual NASA shuttle, those SRBs, they were sunk way down and extended quite a bit past the the main engine section of the craft. So yeah, if we want to improve aesthetics, we can do that a bit. It also makes it look a bit less stupid, having those SRBs so high up on the external tank. But yeah. So now we're just gonna add a couple of. We already added the Separatrons. Oh yeah, in editing I cut out all the Separatron adding because it was painful. But now we are on the launch pad. And lift off. There we go. So, in this video, I did fly it like I fly the original Advantage, but in other videos featuring this new and improved Advantage, I think I definitely will have to fly it with the orbiter slung over the back of the external tank, just so that it flies better, because it flies so much better with the orbiter facing the ocean, because those SRBs provide so much more power. But mostly I like them a lot because they look better and they're properly scaled, so they're just a lot nicer to look at. Yeah. Of course, this is relevant if you have more boosters, which all of you should have unless you're playing console. If you're not being roasted, I'm sorry for your loss. You really missed out. I don't know why, but Squad does not give PC and console the same amount of updates. PC will get an update, and not until about 6 months later will console actually get the update. Did I say console? I'm saying console a lot. Squad will release an update, like the new Shared Horizons update. There's we just got the 1.7 update, the Room to Maneuver update. We just got that update, which is what that little purple panel is. But we just got that update. It's ridiculous. Squad, please make your game good. Make the different platforms of your game have the same updates. It's literally the most annoying thing, having to find workarounds to problems that PC players don't have. So I'd like to be able to just have the Clydesdale SRBs and not have to make this elaborate 4-booster thing that's encased in structural tubes. I'd rather just have one booster that's easy to make and I can just normally pop out of the part editor and just get. It's very complicated. It's unnecessarily complicated, and it could be a lot less complicated if they just had equal updates. I'm really not going to talk about the ascent profile too much because there is nothing really to talk about other than it's fly it like a rocket. Although those SRBs, I did not, since this is positioned to ride on the top, those SRBs, we couldn't really pitch over too much while we still had those boosters because they were providing so much thrust. Now, I know I did just say we just got the room to maneuver update, and I haven't really been using it. I've just meant to manually check my apoapsis, but I will learn to use it. Don't worry. Just like I actually will learn to use the Cal 1000. I'm just now learning to use the Cal 1000. I'm gonna build some pretty cool things with the Cal 1000. So, like robot arms and manipulators and cannon arms. I'm gonna build all sorts of cool things with the Cal and breaking ground pumps. So, yeah, pretty normal. Not really too much to say in this video, other than, pretty normal space shuttle flight. Of course, with the improvements, the old OMS, it was very, very weedy. The old one is just ridiculously weedy. Just not fun. Not fun. No. That's all I have to say about it. It just wasn't fun how, just weedy and annoying and stupid that those old engines were. But we have new ones. They have about the same thrust, but they weigh a lot less. A lot less. Like, the LV909 Terrier, it has 60 kilonewtons of thrust in a vacuum, which is where you're meant to use it. It's like a lander engine. The LVN Nerve, that other engine, it has just a little bit less atmospheric thrust, clocking in at 13.875 kilonewtons of thrust while in an atmosphere. But again, 60 kilonewtons in a vacuum. So I don't know what's up with it. But of course, the Nerva has a really good alternator, as opposed to the LV909's bad or non-existent alternator. And it also has a much higher ISP, vacuum ISP. It's got 800 vacuum ISP, and the LV909 has only about 345 ISP. Again, though, this is like an earlier stage rocket engine. This is like an early stage rocket engine, and it's also just very easy to incorporate into landers because it's a pretty small engine. But I mean, you could always go with the Spark or even the Aerospike, which is another good engine. I want to make a video at the Aerospike, and I think I will. The next video, I will make something with Aerospikes. Hopefully, I'll make something with Aerospikes. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but maybe I'll make something with Aerospikes. I don't know. I'm going on a huge tangent about engines. I'm not really talking about anything on screen because I don't really feel like it's too interesting to talk about. Just pretty normal space shuttle things. I guess I could talk about what I'm doing in the background. You might be able to hear controller clicks. I am designing a spacecraft for my next video. It's not going to be the Aerospike thing, but it's going to be it's gonna be pretty cool, pretty awesome. Not gonna spoil it, but it's featuring the space shuttle. I have a lot of ideas for my new space shuttle, and its newer, higher, and overall better performance boosts, as well as I have a lot of plans for this new space shuttle system, and I'm very excited to use these new things. But yeah, and it's also not only going to be incorporating the new building techniques, but it's also going to be it's also going to be including, new things that I haven't done before. So stick around for that, boys. We got bangers coming all week, and by bangers I mean my obnoxious squeaky voice. for like 20 minutes at a time. Yeah, they're not, I don't really know, but I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy playing Kerbal Space Program. I just genuinely enjoy it. And, you know, I bought it when quarantine started, on sale in the Xbox store for like 20 bucks. And here I am today making poor quality YouTube videos playing it. I've really gone from bad to okay. I've learned a lot about orbital mechanics and physics and planes and just stuff. I've learned a lot of stuff. And I've said this to everyone who have ever told I played Kerbal Space Program. I learned more about orbital mechanics than I would have ever learned, if I didn't get the game. So yeah, that's why I'm here, because I bought this game for 20 bucks. I saw a YouTube video. I saw a cool YouTube video from, Matt Lown. I liked the YouTube video. It was a cool YouTube video. I will link the video I watched. It was the Space Ambulance SSTO. And I really liked how it looked. I really liked it. So, I really liked it. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna get this game, and I'm gonna learn how to be cool and good at KSP. And then I looked it up on the Xbox store, saw it was on sale for 20 bucks. I bought it, and it's cool, and it's fun, and it's enjoyable. And that's all I have to say. So, I've gotten quite a bit better than I got my final approach a lot better. I did actually have to do some engine firing just so I didn't crash into the rugged land. But yeah, so here we are, going to go for it and put the gear down. No. I realized, no, stop it. Stop, no. Pitch up. Oh gosh. It's quite bad. Let's just have a moment of silence for the lives lost on this mission. I'm not sure why, but this Strake seems over the moon about the death of our crew, judging by the fact that it is doing flips in the sky. It's a black screen now. But, yes, let's all get an F in the chat for Jeb, Bill, Bob, and Val. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what to say now. Other than, I guess you could like, subscribe, and, stay yes. Yeah. This is a very dark moment. Okay, bye.